At the beginning of the Reconstruction era, right as the Civil War ended and black people were finally free, two very diabolical businessmen invented the Department of Education with one thing in mind: create an army of people who listened and took directions but did not know how to think. And it worked. Today we have girls and boys rapping and exhibiting pretty bad behavior, but presenting it as model behavior to your students. And your students exhibit this in very entertaining color on their cell phones on internet disruptors like TikTok and Instagram. Incidentally, what we're here to teach them how to make. I love Jaylen Brown. I love him to death, but he's making a lot. He's got a contract for $350 million right now. Your children know this. They know how much money the rappers and athletes are making, and they believe that learning to read, write, and take arithmetic and failing and trying to kill themselves to pass tests are not going to get them there. To make matters worse, Kanye West made millions of dollars with an album. I think it was called The High School or College Dropout. So our agenda is to give them a more compelling argument and to teach them how the people that end up owning the sports teams get there. And whenever we tell people we can do this through STEM, they say, oh, I've already got a robotics program. But robotics is not going to do this. It's not enough. Robotics is a good first step, but it's not going to do this. Our strategy, we've been pioneering a genre of STEM called eSTEM, where we mix entrepreneurship with STEM, where we teach students how to invent new technology, what engineering is really supposed to be about, as opposed to just doing all the math and having no idea why you're doing it. How to create the holy grail, the mother lode of all technology, a disruptive innovation. Disruptive innovations turned engineers into billionaires and trillionaires. 40% of the world's billionaires are engineers, and if we teach students this, they'll believe that they can be the next big thing, which is exactly what we want. Elon Musk, these are all people that are so we teach your students the fundamentals of investment banking on the valuation side, engineering, how to create the disruptors, because I happen to be an engineer, as well as all of the marketing and advertising and writing a business plan and everything that goes into literally making a fully functional company. Bitcoin, TikTok, Instagram, Amazon, these are all disruptors, and so is robotics. And CEOs of Fortune 500 companies sit in their offices terrified of them because they know that somewhere there's some young kid figuring out how to make a disruptor that's going to act like an atomic bomb and put them out of business. Now, what makes it worse for you educators is that the rappers and athletes are in on it. They know what disruptors are. They're getting a better STEM education in the Hamptons from the CEOs of these companies than you could ever give your kids. So we have to teach the students what they are and how to make them. But this can be scary. This can be terrifying to a kid. So we don't tell them it's engineering. We tell them we're going to teach them how to make a money machine. And they're all in. Their engagement is high. They don't care what they have to do. Just teach me finally how to turn all this boring reading, writing, and arithmetic stuff into a money machine. That's what we do. That's our strategy. And I like to tell people it's the Shark Tank, but for up-and-coming engineers.